With over 1 billion active monthly users on Instagram and over 2 billion on Facebook, now has never been a clearer time that social media dominates the entrepreneurial world that we live in. But we all seem to struggle with the same issues. Finding content that captures an audience willing to engage, share, and buy into your product or service. As a creative entrepreneur in New York, I can honestly say I've felt that pain before. You find yourself scrolling through your phone gallery trying to find something to post. I want to share with you 5 tips that I follow that ensure that I'm never stressing about what to post. I'm never short of people engaging with my content, and I'm building an audience that's genuinely interested in what it is that I have to offer. Now, I'm a real estate agent in New York, so much of the advice I give will be from that perspective. But I also made a career out of professional photography and design before I ever stepped foot into real estate. This means I'm coming to you with over a decade of real-life, tried and true creative strategies that have not only worked for me career-wise in the past, but they've also worked for brands I've helped build. They're also working for me as we speak. So let's jump in. Tip number 1, define your value proposition. I don't know about you, but I only follow and engage with businesses and people that I'm actually interested in. Social media is a marathon, not a sprint. And if you're coming at it with a sales-centric mindset, you're pretty much setting yourself up for failure. Now, I want you to take a moment to just sit down and really ask yourself, what exactly am I offering these wonderful people who are giving me their attention? Because when you're trying to grow a brand on social media, that's exactly what you're asking for, their attention. Never forget that. Tip number 2, plan, never spam. Have you ever seen those Instagram business pages where they barely ever post anything and then all of a sudden one day they have like 4 to 6 images that they just post back to back that all kind of look like they were from the same shoot or the same situation? This is pretty much spamming people, and it probably had no planning behind it. For example, let's say you had a photo shoot for your business or brand and you had maybe 5 or 10 great images that came out from it. What I want you to do is actually plan with those images versus bombarding your followers with them at the same time. I'm talking strategy, not excited posting because you want the world to see your photos right now. This brings me to tip number 3, filler posts. Now, if you take a look at my feed right now, or any feed of any business that you like or one of your favorite people, you're probably gonna notice that they might have some quotes mixed in there or some scenic images. If you're not easily able to get photos of yourself or your business, the next best thing would be to take all the images you do have and then alternate them with either A, relevant scenic photos, B, stylish quotes, or C, UGC, and we'll get to that a little later. Now, for example, I am someone who spends a lot of time behind the camera. Even as a real estate agent, I have to take listing photos, virtual tours, videos, promo videos, informational videos, all types of videos and photos. Not to mention, I also manage the account for the brokerage that I'm with. So for me, it's usually pretty difficult to get photos of myself, but I found a way. Tip number 4, put your thumbs to work. If you want to get attention, it usually requires giving a bit of it. This is why I usually spend about 5 to 10 minutes a day just scrolling through my favorite hashtags or hashtags that are relevant to my business and liking posts in them. I also make an active effort to authentically comment on other accounts, maybe 5 or 6 accounts per day. You'd be surprised what this can actually do for you and your growth. Tip number 5, caption thoughtfully. Remember that thing called blogging? It was really big a while back. Well, now it's hit social media. Depending on your business and your growth strategy, it pays to actually write a longer caption that is a little more heartfelt, authentic, or maybe even divulges a bit more information about yourself that would allow your followers to feel like they really know you or know your business or brand on a deeper level. Social media was originally created to bring people together. So in order to do that in this digital world, it requires a bit of opening up. So give it a try. Bonus tip. Use a planning app. There are actually a lot of apps out there that you can use to pre-plan and even post your content for Instagram. I personally use the Plan app. I manage multiple accounts, so I opted for the paid version, but the app actually allows me to pre-plan my grid up to 125 photos, pre-write my captions, view analytics, pre-plan my hashtags, and even edit my photos in ways that Instagram actually doesn't offer. Now, this isn't an ad. Like I said, I'm teaching all of this for free 99. But that being said, I definitely recommend using a planning app when creating your social strategy. I understand that for some of you, these 6 tips might be brand new and you've never heard of them before. And for others, these might be things that you've already learned in other places and you were kind of hoping for something a little more meaty in terms of what I was going to teach. Don't worry, I have you covered. I am going to be releasing a video later on that will get a little more in depth. There's probably like 25 different strategies that you can use that go above and beyond these 6, but I wanted to cover the beginners first. As someone who's growing their social media presence along with you, I'm very curious to know, what strategies are you using? If it's something that I haven't mentioned here, put it in the comments. You never know, it could actually help someone out who's watching this video, or maybe it would even help me out and we can collaborate and I can bring you on camera to share what it is that you're doing. If you've taken the time to actually get this far in the video, I want to personally say thank you. I'm very grateful for your attention and for you taking the time to watch this and learn something new, hopefully. And if you didn't, feel free to send me a direct message about what it is that you would like to learn so that I can make it happen.